So I think now you can able to see the screen, right?
Yes, sir. What happened? What happened?
No, actually I can't hear and also I can't speak. Patil, is Sir speaking with you?
No, not now. Actually, I speak with you.
இல்லை என்ன ஆச்சுன்னா நான் இங்கே இவங்க பேசுறதான் டாக்கிங் சொல்லிட்டு நான் பேசுறேன் தெரியுமா யாருமே அவங்க கேட்கல இப்போதானே கேட்குது ஆன்லைன் கண்டிஷன். Hello?
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Okay, sir, starts.
Yeah, some persons are getting problem to connect online.
Yeah, sir. So now it's fine, sir. Everyone is connected.
So now everybody got connected, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir?
Yeah. Tell me, who is this?
Even I'm not able to connect with him. I can't hear any voice now. Again.
Sir, first you are not hearing.
No, I'm not hearing.
Sir, Anbu is having some problem. He can't hear you, sir.
Ambu. Okay. Ambu, I think you were in offline. The status was showing you were in offline.
It's offline, sir. One
Yeah.
second. Call him, Raj and actor.
I asked him what is. நம்மளுக்கு ஒண்ணுமே காட்டலையே. ஹலோ
Hello.
Chandu? Sorry, Chetan?
Yes. Are you hearing me?
Chetan, can you hear me?
Yes. Hello?
You can type there, Chetan. Otherwise, in the box you can type. Maybe he is unable to hear you.
Hello.
Ambu.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Now I can able to hear you.
Okay, okay.
Fine, I'll get on to 1 second. Hello?
Hello.
Yep.
Hello?
Okay, can we start now, Ambu?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
You can hear
Can
you.
you hear me?
No, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me? Suspense.
Now I can hear. I think the problem is with this cable. Hello? Hello, Chetan?
Hello. Are you hearing me?
Hello? Yeah, I'm hearing you. It's okay. The connection is fine now. Okay.
Sir, you can start now, sir.
Yep. Fine. So let us start. In the last class, we are discussing about the linking of two tables, right?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So how to connect one table, how to get the data from one table. Based on that data, how to get the table, how to get the table from some other table. So this is the concept. So in this, I have also given some examples to you. Have you done this or have you faced any difficulties in doing this?
No, sir, we don't.
Any inputs from your side? Have you
sir, we have
tried
done
to do this? Fine. Are getting any difficulty in doing that?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. Fine. Then it's good. Fine. So now let us see. If you observe here, what we are doing, the same program we will try to do in another way. So first let me explain you what we are doing. I have created one structure, right?
Yes, sir.
And then what we have done, we have declared one internal table and work area, another work area with MAKT, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
So we have written one select query, select Weblan, Postner, MATNR from VBAP table into ITAB, internal table ITAB, where Weblan is the input. That means this is given in selection screen, right? So now what we are doing, say for example, my internal table got some 5 entries for the given Weblan. Then loop at that 5 Weblans, loop at internal table into the work area. Then first record will come into the work area. Based on the first record material number, get the materials text from MAKT table, right? So this is what we are doing in the previous class. Right now what I will do the same thing in a different way. So there are two techniques which are available with us to avoid select statement inside the loop. See, here what we are doing, we are writing a select query inside the loop which will reduce the performance. Say for example this ITAB has some 1000 records, then what will happen? 1000 times select statement will be executed. So 1000 times your cursor will go to the database table and see whether the data is there in the database table or not, which will reduce the performance. So in order to improve the performance, what we'll do, we will use a technique called inner join. Inner join. How to make an inner join? So I'll do the changes in the program. Next program 20. For inner join also we need a structure. So in which WebLearn and POSNR are coming from which table? VBAP table. MATNR also will come from
VBAP.
VBAP table. And one more field we want, right? At the end, one more field. From MAKT table, we want MAKTX. Yeah, this field we want. So what I will do? I will put that field also here. MAKTX. Type MAKT hyphen MAKTX. Okay. So now this structure has all the 4 fields. Now I'll declare one internal table with a structure. I'll declare one work area with a structure. No need to declare another work area. WA1 is not required. I'll remove. So what we have done? We have created one structure with the 4 fields or 5 fields, whatever required. And I have created one internal table and work area. And parameters obviously should be there to give the input. In the next step, what I will do? Select WebLearn, POSNR, MATNR. Here I will write MAKT X into table iTab from VBAP as A, inner join MAKT as B, on A tilde MATNR is equal to B tilde MATNR, where WebLearn equal to P underscore WebLearn, and Spras is equal to English. So once you write this, no need to write this select query inside the loop. So now, what is this? This select query I am explaining. Just just listen it. Select all these fields: WebLearn, POSNR, MATNR, and MAKTX. Select all these fields and put it into the table iTab from VBAP. I am saying assume VBAP for the time being. Whenever I say VBAP, assume the VBAP table as A. That means we are giving some other name to the VBAP table. For the time being, system assume that VBAP table is A. Inner join MAKT, because this MAKTX field will come from which table? MAKT, right? So I am saying MAKT as B. What is the common field between these two tables? MATNR, right? Because in VBAP also MATNR is there, and MAKT also MATNR is there. So you need to give the common field in the on condition. So here on is there, no? Whenever you see on, you need to mention the common field, that is MATNR. Whenever MATNR matches on both the tables, and where condition. Where condition will be given in the parameters will be given, right? So based on the WebLearn, you need to pick the data. So in the where condition, you give where WebLearn equal to P underscore WebLearn, and language is equal to English. Okay. So what will happen when you write the select query? The total data will come and loop at the internal table into the work area and write the work area. So this is enough. And now one more thing. Whenever you say the MATNR, the system will ask MATNR has 2 meanings. If I check this, see I am getting the statement, the column name MATNR is unclear. Why? Because there are 2 tables now. the system has to select the data from VBAP and the system has to select data from MAKT also. Okay. So now VBAP is also having MATNR, MAKT is also having the field MATNR. Now the system is asking from which table I need to pick up this MATNR data. Getting it?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
this MATNR is there in both the tables. The system was confused. It's asking, please let me know from which table you want this data. So I will tell from MAKT table I want the data. So I need to give here B tilde. If I say B tilde, what is B means? B means
MAKT.
MAKT. Yeah, from MAKT it will take MATNR field. If you give here A tilde from VBAP table, it will take the MATNR values. Work area 1 no more available. Work area itself has MAKTX field. Okay, so you are getting the same output. Fine, got it? But here in this program, we have not written a select statement inside the loop, if you observe. If only we are doing the loop, no select statement inside the loop, we have written the select statement before the loop itself and got the required data. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So everybody was clear on this syntax?
Yes, sir.
So syntax once again I am explaining the syntax, please listen.
Okay.
So we want some 3 fields from one table and some 2 fields from another table. Here in our case we want some fields from one table, some fields from another table. So declare all the fields together in a structure. Whatever the fields you want finally, declare all the fields together in a structure. Create one internal table and work area with that structure. Anyway, you need to give the parameters because the user will provide some input. So write a select query, select whatever the fields you mentioned in the structure. So all these fields, select all these fields and put it into the table iTab, whichever you declared here, iTab. From which table? There are 2 tables now. So your syntax will be from VBAP as A, inner join, MAKT as B. These 2 tables need to be inner joined. On which condition? Whenever material number matches, then join these 2 tables. That's what I'm saying. And when the data should be picked up, when Veblen is matching with the input given by the user. User will give p_Veblen something. So whenever the Veblen matching with the input given by the user, then only take, and take only the entries when the language is English. Okay, so this is what we are saying. So if you are unable to understand this syntax, you can ask me now. If you are getting any doubts, any questions here, you can ask me. Everybody okay? Everybody got understood?
Yes,
Santosh?
sir.
Okay. And Ambu, what about you?
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Okay, fine. So this is called inner join. This technique is called inner join technique. So please make a note in your notebook. Please make a note that whenever the tables are less than or equal to 3, whenever the tables are less than or equal to 3, use inner join. Okay. So what I meant to say is, this program, how many tables are there? From how many tables you are getting data?
2 tables.
2 tables. Tomorrow you can write an inner join to get the data from 3 tables also. How you will write? From VBAP as A, from inner join MAKT as B on MATNR, A tilde MATNR equal to B tilde MATNR. Inner join, here instead of where condition you can write once again inner join some other table as C on C tilde something is equal to B tilde something, like that. You can add, okay, you can add some more tables. So use this technique when the number of tables are less than or equal to 3. If the table number of tables are greater than 3, again this syntax will also give you less performance, very less performance it will give. Okay. So whenever your number of tables are less than or equal to 3, please use inner join. If it is greater than 3, we have one more technique. The technique is called for all entries. So now we are going for the next technique. The next technique is called for all entries. So when the number of tables are more than 3, you go for this technique. For all entries is a very efficient way of getting the data.
So what is it for all entries?
For all entries, yeah.
Okay, okay, thank you.
I'll create one more program. So this is the previous program. This is the first program which we have done. We are using loop at iTab, and inside the loop at iTab we are using select statement, right? So this is the first one we have done. After that we have also seen the inner join. Now we are going for all entries. So whenever you are going for all entries, you just decide, see, this is the structure which has the fields from which table? VBAP table. Okay. And now if you observe, this is the internal table and work area for the above structure, right? So now again what I will do, I will declare one more structure which is having material number and material text.
Sir, MAKT table also. That's from MAKT table.
Not VBAP, I can say MAKT hyphen MAKTX. So now there are two fields here. So this structure is for MAKT table, fields. This structure is for VBAP table fields. So I will declare one internal table and work area for VBAP table fields and another internal table and another work area for MAKT table fields. Okay, got it? Then in the next step, anyway, this should be there. Parameters p underscore weblan, type VBAP hyphen weblan. And also I want to declare one more structure with the final output. In my final output, what are the fields I want? I want weblan, POSNR, MATNR and MAKTX. So I will declare one more structure. TY underscore final, some name I will give. So with this final, I will declare one more internal table and work area. So now what we have done, we have created one structure separately for the VBAP related fields, one structure separately for MAKT related fields, one final structure combining all together, and 3 internal tables and 3 work areas we have declared for each and every structure, right? So now if we assume this, that means if I assume this in these structures, how it will looks like. So my work area WA, right? First work area. First work area is having type VBAP. So VBAP is having how many fields? 3 fields. Weblan, POSNR and MATNR. These are the fields which were there in the work area. And what about the internal table? ITAB. ITAB is also having a type VBAP. So my internal table ITAB will also have the same fields but multiple records. So something like this, right? So work area, you can imagine like this, and iTab you can imagine like this. What about work area 1? Work area 1 is having ty underscore MAKT. So ty underscore MAKT has how many fields? Ty underscore MAKT structure has 2 fields. So those 2 fields you can imagine here, MATNR and MAKTX. So this is my work area and this is my internal table. What is the internal table name? iTab 1. So this is iTab 1. Now the next one is
Final.
final. How can we imagine the final? Work area 2 is having the fields all the 4 fields, right? Work area 2, this is for the TY final, this is having 4 fields. So the structure could be like this with the 4 fields, and this could be the internal table, something like this, correct? So the internal table name is iTab 2. Fine. So this is iTab. iTab is iTab something appears something like this with the 3 fields. iTab 1 is now having 2 fields. iTab 2 is having
4.
Something like this. Okay. Now what I will do is I will get the data from VBAP table first. So if you observe with the select query, select Veblan POSNR MATNR from VBAP into table iTab, where Veblan equal to P underscore Veblan. Okay. So then if I give P underscore Veblan as 4070, then what will happen? I'll put a breakpoint here. For the timing, I'll comment this. I want to show you this in a debugging mode so that you can easily understand. So right now we have we are fetching these 3 fields from VBAP table and putting into the table iTab, where Veblan is given in the selection screen. This is a normal select. After that, I want to get the data of material number MAKTX from MAKT table and put it into the table iTab 1. I can say here for all entries in iTab where MATNR is equal to iTab hyphen MATNR. So this syntax I will explain you. Before I'll explain, just have a look what's happening with this. Save it and activate. I'll put a breakpoint here. I'm executing the program. I'll give 4970. Okay. So now the cursor is with this select query. Now how many records will come into the internal table? As of now the internal table has 0 records. After this step, how many records will come into the internal table? Any idea? Let us go to the database table and see. I am now in VBAP table. Okay, with the 4970,
Sir, 4 records.
how many records are there?
4.
4 records are there.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So after this select query, because p_weblearn is 4970 now, how many records will come into this item?
4 records, sir.
4 records should come.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. I'll press F5. So it is showing 4 here. Yeah, so 4 records came. Double click on this, go inside. So 4 records are coming, right?
Yes, sir.
So fine. Control Y. I'll take these records. So this is our iTab. So I'll put it here. Okay. So this is how our internal. This is our internal table 1. Internal table 1 got filled up. Now, my internal table 1 has the material numbers M01, M02, M010 and M012. Right? So, for all entries of this material numbers, for all entries of the material numbers which were there in the iTab, get the data from MAKT table. That's what I am trying to say here. Select MATNR, MAKTX from MAKT table in and put it into the iTab 1. Where to put? I should put this data in iTab 1. Right?
Yes, sir.
And when to put? For all entries in iTab where MATNR equal to iTab MATNR. See, material number already I got here.
Okay, okay, sir.
Material number is there in which table? iTab. Okay, now I should get the data for all these materials which are there in iTab. For all entries means, that is the meaning. For all entries of these materials, get the data from MAKT table and put it into the table or some other table. So this is the syntax for this. Select MATNR, MAKTX from MAKT table into table iTab 1. That means I am saying finally put this data into the iTab 1. For all entries of, when putting the data, consider the materials which were there, all the materials of iTab. Okay. So as of now iTab 1 don't have any entries. If you can see your right hand side, iTab 1 has 0 entries, and but after this step it should be filled with the number of entries. Okay. So we'll go inside this program. And one more thing, we want the entries when the language is English, right? You can also mention here Spras is equal to EN. So now how many entries should come here?
2.
See, the thing is, now in iTab how many entries are there? M01 is there, M02 is there, M010, M012. For all these entries, go to the table MAKT. So I'll open the table MAKT here. So I'll take the first material and language is English. Press F8. So material number is this one and MAKTX is something. So I'll put the material number. MAKTX is Sunny 01. This will come into my internal table. For all these entries, not for M01. I want for all entries. So I want M02 also. So it will take M02 also. It will put this description here. And M010 now. So it will take this description and put it into this internal table. M012. So like this, it will take all the materials which were there in iTab. For all entries in iTab. That's what I am writing in the syntax if you observe. For all entries in iTab. When material number matches with the in iTab material number, get the data from MAKT table and put it into the iTab 1. Okay? When the language is also equal to English. So now your iTab 1 will be filled like this. iTab 1 will be filled like this and iTab will be filled like this.